everyone, and welcome to the BPD Brunch, where we get together with our favorite brunchy beverages to catch up, play games, and talk about all things BPD. I'm your host, Xannie, and today I am here with Melanie and Mo. Where in the world is everyone coming from, and what is your brunchy beverage for the day?
I'm in Toronto, Canada, and as you can see, I have my lipstick all over my coffee.
I'm from Central Ohio, and I'm drinking an iced mocha coffee from my favorite mug.
Can I see your mug?
I love it.
So
It's
good.
like it makes me so happy.
Oh my gosh,
it's new.
so cute.
I love it.
I love it. I am coming from Albuquerque, New Mexico in the US, and I'm drinking water this time because I've already had like 2 cups of coffee and I'm ugh. Today we're gonna just catch up and see how life is going, because one of the important aspects of our channel is to not only discuss ways to get out of the pit, as Mo calls it when we're at the depths of BPD despair, but also what does life in functional recovery look like? What are the new lessons that we're learning along the way, because we never stop growing? So that's kind of what these little catch-ups are about. I'm just going to start us off because it's very short. I want to start off by saying that I had a realization this past Thursday that when November hits, I will have been going to Zumba classes for a year. And this is by far and beyond the longest that I have actually done any form of consistent exercise. I still only go like once or twice a week, so it's not like I'm going every day, but I'm very excited about it because it's just, I've never been able to keep something up for this long, and I'm really glad that for once I'm able to do it, and I can do it, I think, because it's really fun. It doesn't feel like exercise. Because to me, exercise for the sake of exercise, I get very bored of it very quickly. So if it feels like I'm doing an activity, I can get into it, and I love to dance. So I'm just very excited about that.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome, really.
Thank you.
I was gonna say congrats, and I'm obsessed with dancing. Like, I was on a hip hop competitive. They said competitive team, but we only went to 3 shows when I was in university. But I've been petrified to go back to dancing. So I've looked at Zumba classes like a gajillion times, and I got the flyer. I put it up on my board, like right here, and just didn't go back. And when you just talked about it, I was like, I'm so proud of Xannie. And then all that went through my soul was like, why didn't I go? Why didn't I just go? Why didn't I go? But it's exactly that. It's like dance and Zumba and like just doing that kind of, it goes by so fast. It becomes this like fun thing. And so it's like, it doesn't feel like you're having to, you want to go. You end up wanting to go. So
the place where I go is at my gym, and the people that show up are of all different ages, all different body types, all different fitness levels. Like there's this one elderly woman who, when she comes, like she doesn't move a lot. She sort of does some of the moves, and then there's like the woman who's been going for 8 years and is like doing all the moves and so you just got this huge range, and I love it because nobody's judging anybody. Everybody's just dancing to dance and have a good time.
I watched this documentary all on dance and dance forms, and it was this Jewish dance director, and he has a whole school, and all of his dance students aren't allowed to look in mirrors ever.
Oh wow.
And
that would be so hard.
It's so hard, but basically they have to learn their body.
Yeah, I think that's part of why I like dancing, is that it definitely pulls you out of your head and into your body, and for me, I find sometimes that's when I'll be connected to the emotions that I didn't know I was avoiding. So like sometimes I'll be in dance class and I'll be all of a sudden feel angry or sad, and I'm like, okay, there's still something I got to deal with. And so I think that's one of the reasons why it's kind of helped maintain functional recovery, is that it, I have such a habit of escaping from my emotions that I sometimes don't even realize that I'm doing it, and doing activities that keep me in my body really helps a lot. So, anyway, what about y'all? What are your recent wins or lessons or things going on in life?
Yeah, so I have low self-esteem about pretty much like every part of my life, of my body, the way my mind works. And so I was at my job and I was talking to my coworker, and the job was really like physically demanding and stuff, and I just was really struggling with it. And I think part of it was once because I'm older, and also because I'm overweight. And so I told this young lady, like, don't ever get fat because you won't be able to do this job well. And she's like, oh, it's okay. I have an eating disorder. And she was really thin. And I felt I felt terrible, honestly. And I felt really stupid. And I realized that the way I talk about myself doesn't just affect me. It affects other people, because now I don't know, the woman who I made that comment to like laughed it off, and I don't know how much it affected her, but it really changed the way I talk about myself, because I'm like, I really hope that doesn't stick with her. I hope that doesn't like feed into her fear of, gaining weight. Yeah, that was actually like a really big lesson for me. And I started thinking more about it, and I'm like, I say that I'm fat and ugly and dumb all of the time, and my kids are listening. I don't want them to think that I'm fat and dumb. And I definitely don't want them to think it's okay to say that about themselves. So it kind of sucks because I'm trying to watch what I say about myself, but I'm still stuck in this mindset of thinking that I'm this or that, like a bunch of negative stuff. So I'm trying very hard to like reframe how I think about myself. And it's hard, but I'm getting there. So, yes, be careful about how you talk about yourself and what you say out loud.
That is a really important lesson. It's interesting you mentioned this because I just had a moment last night where I was like walking to the bed and I looked in the mirror and was like, ugh, and said some really negative things about myself. And my husband said something to the effect of like, why are you so mean to yourself? Like, I think you're beautiful. And I sort of brushed him off because it's like, oh, you're married to me. You're supposed to say that, Language is very powerful. And it is really true that it's what we say, the negative things we say about ourselves don't just affect us. And I think sometimes it's hard to see that because it feels like it's just, I'm just attacking myself. This doesn't have anything to do with anyone. But you're absolutely right that what we say to ourselves informs what other people think they can say to us. And certainly it influences how they can think about themselves. I have a friend who is a nanny, and one of the things that she's observed when she goes to the park is you can tell all the kids whose parents have body dysmorphia or really severe negative self-talk because the kids do it too. You have like 10, 11-year-olds who are concerned about their weight and what they eat because they're imitating what their parents do. I also feel called out now. I'm like, I got to get out of the habit of being that way because you never know who's watching and the lessons that they take from that.
You were talking about like your husband was like, why are you so mean? And my husband says the same thing, like, you're beautiful. And I'm like, whatever. But when we talk badly about ourselves, it's affecting our loved ones, regardless if you don't have kids, like, because the people who love you don't want to hear you beating yourself up. They don't see you in that same light. And so I wouldn't want to hear my loved one always saying terrible stuff about themselves, because it's not true, because if you're a terrible person, then I'm not going to be, I don't love you if you're a terrible person. So for me, it hurts to know that they think less of themselves, because I just don't see what they see, So yeah, it's a powerful lesson.
What's a recent win or something you've learned, Melanie?
So I think in terms of winning, I've realized that I'm a very impulsive person. So I'll talk a lot, but I'm learning silence. I'm learning gaps. Like, I'm learning to sit back, not email back right away, not text back right away. I'm learning to listen to my breath. So if it's shallow, that means I'm listening to my anxiety, to my voice, like the tone of my voice. So it's like, I know I'm angry right now, but why? Why am I like this and getting like this? And okay, I can sit with it, but can I do something about it? Can I do something about it? Because there's a world, when it comes to BPD, our main issues are dealing with other people. So can I do something in this moment that I can go back to my day? Because a lot of my issue is that I can't get back. So can I do something in the next 5 minutes, if it's distress tolerance skills, breath work, mindfulness skills, and then get back to my day? Because for me, in order to become a therapist or help others, I have to understand my body and my mind. If I don't, then I'm just going to impulsively just keep doing the same. It's insanity. Because I think with healing is that we're always healing, right? We're a work in progress. This is not going to be easy for me. Like, I'm going to get angry and have episodes. Like, I'm human, right? But what feels like a win lately is being able to understand my body and my, like, the connection. Yeah. So that's what's starting to feel like a win. Someone said that to me the other day. They're like, what, why are you so like calm? So what do you mean I'm so calm? Like, so yeah.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. We hope you got a nugget of wisdom to take with you on your journey. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you do not miss a single episode. We'll be back again next Sunday for brunch, and we will see you then. So till next time.
Bye.
Bye.